3 is the brand new movie that just hit theaters. It is the final chapter of this trilogy, which the first one released in 2024, the second chapter released in 2025. They shot all three movies back to back to back. Once again, Madeline Petch is in the leading role as Maya. After killing one of the three strangers in the previous movies, she is on the run as the last remaining two strangers are looking to replace her with Maya and try to pull her in to their group while Maya is once again trying to escape this town. Also back from the other movies is Richard Brake as the sheriff of the town, who looks to be doing some things that maybe not a usual sheriff does, and Gabriel Basso returns as Gregory from the last movie. The film is an hour and 31 minutes and is rated R. Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new review here at Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Sinenberg. If you guys are new, please hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so notified when my videos hit the channel. I do movie, TV show reviews, out-of-theater reactions, movie franchise rankings, box office breakdown shows, and award show videos. So if you like any one of those things, please subscribe, ring the bell if you're new. Comment down below. What is your ranking of the Strangers Chapter trilogy? Did you like any of these movies? Do you want to see any more of these continue? Or is this an all-time bad trilogy for you? Let me know down in that comment section down below. And also, guys, please hit that thumbs up button. So if you're new to the channel, I have done out-of-theater reactions and reviews for the first two entries into this franchise, and they were both in my bottom 10 of those respective years. I really did not like the first two entries in this chapters of The Strangers, and as someone who's not a big enough fan of the franchise going in, like I liked the first Strangers movie over a decade ago. Pray at Night, I think, is an okay sequel. So I'm not like someone who's like a die-hard, big-time fan of the Strangers franchise. But the fact that we're shooting these movies back to back to back, there must be some plan to make a trilogy and a reason to do the trilogy. And let's get into my thoughts because just like the other two films in these chapters, this movie is absolutely awful. This will definitely go down as one of maybe the worst trilogy of all time. Like, I can't remember a trilogy going any worse than this film, than these three movies. This is a film in chapter 3 that, even though I wasn't excited about it, and the build up to where these characters were was not exciting at all, at least what a third movie of a trilogy should offer up is obviously some reveals and some satisfying moments that at least make this better than the previous two entries. But the problem here is every reveal is extremely predictable in this movie, and it's absolutely unsatisfying. This film, out of all three, actually has one idea that is really smart, which is Maya, the lead character played by Madeline Petch in the last two movies. She kills one of the strangers, and they want to replace that third member with Maya. That is a really interesting idea here, but they don't do anything with it. And I feel bad because I think Madeline Petch is actually a pretty good actress. If you've seen her in other things, I think she's more than capable to be a lead in a franchise like this. But she gets nothing to do in this movie other than sit, react to things. But my biggest issue with The Strangers, these three movies, is it really deconstructs what makes the franchise this franchise, which is it's The Strangers. It's random home invasion movie. You're at home, three regular strangers come in, attack you, kill you for no apparent reason. And each of these movies usually leave you off with, while you're watching this movie, these are the amount of home invasions that took place in America, or these are the home invasions that took place in the country. Like, the whole franchise is predicated on home invasion. The first film was very much a home invasion movie, even though it was very much a ripoff, a really bad ripoff of the original Strangers movie. Chapter 2 was a chase film from start to finish with really no story and obviously no real home invasion. This movie couldn't want to be further apart from what made this franchise special in the first place, which was the home invasion angle. This movie is much more about this, like, trauma, dramatic filled, at times love story, at times traumatic situation, more than figuring out being someone at home, strangers come to you, and they attack you. And the biggest reason why they have gone away from this is these last two movies are trying to explain to you who the strangers are, what their motivations are, what the relation is to each other, with like 4 or 5 more different flashback scenes in this movie. You thought the flashback scenes were not good in chapter 2. There are plenty more of them here in chapter 3. And it just destroys the mystique and the threat that is the strangers. The whole point is you're not supposed to know who they are, why they're doing what they're doing. They just look really threatening and do things in extremely violent ways. The idea of those characters are you have no idea what's about to happen next. You don't know who they are, what their motivation is, all of those things. But what these 3 movies are trying to accomplish is give you all of these answers that no one is asking for. And it takes away from any of the intensity. This movie definitely doesn't have any scares to it as well. And a thing that could have made these films more watchable is that these are rated R horror films that feel extremely PG-13, or at times, I gotta be honest, made for TV movies. What I mean by that is, you know, when you're watching like on cable and you're watching a rated R movie on cable, and sometimes they have to cut away from things, or before someone says the F word, they say a different word. That's what these movies are. They're very tamed rated R movies. There's violence in the movies, but every time someone's killing someone or there's death, they cut away. It's rated R. Like, at least you can offer is some gory kills that leave a mark on the audience. But because they cut away from all the kills, it really makes you dive deeper into the story, the twists, the turns, and I just think this movie thinks it's a lot smarter than it actually is. Like when the reveals happen, I'm like, yeah, I already know that. Like there was especially one reveal in like the first act of the movie, and I literally thought it wasn't a reveal because I had already assumed that character was revealed in the last movie. But then I was watching other people talk about this film, and they were saying that that was a reveal, and I was like, oh, so I guess it was so obvious to me that I thought they already revealed this thing in the previous movie. This is a frustrating watch. It is boring, and this movie also just doesn't offer any scares either. Like, I want to be here and talk positive about movies, but as a huge horror fan, or someone who really goes to the movie theater for every single movie, especially horror films, you would expect something better when you have a planned trilogy. But the first film is just a ripoff of the first film. The second film feels like a 90-minute teaser trailer for what they want to do in chapter 3. And we get to chapter 3, and I just think the character decisions are mind-boggling and don't make any sense. There are so many occasions where Maya could easily escape the situation, but instead she comes right back into the middle of this issue. Logic is not a thing in these movies, and the ending is completely unsatisfying. So I do think this will go down as one of the worst trilogies ever made. I am giving The Strangers Chapter 3 a 0.5 out of 5. I am going to go 17%, 16% for The Strangers Chapter 3. What are your guys' thoughts on this movie? Let me know down in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in another video very soon.